सिंगल कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट की टेबल बनाओ और उसका सिंगल स्ट्रक्चर बना लेते हो उससे। बेकार है। सारा काम एआई से होने लगेगा तो फिर तो हो गया यार। मैं क्या कर क्या रहा हूँ मैं, दिमाग काम नहीं करता।
हेलो। हेलो।
ऐसे जब
Hello, I guess this is a live interactive session. So, NPTEL member, do you have anything to kind of specifically start with? Or just we'll give some brief intro and kind of discuss in general with the participants? Hello, NPTEL IIT Madras member, do you hear me?
देखता है
Okay, I guess they are not responding. So, मेरा साउंड नहीं है?
इनको यहाँ का प्रेशर समझा दो।
Can you hear my voice,
यहाँ का
anyone?
प्रेशर समझा दो ये।
ज्वाइन करने के लिए कौन सा दिखा दिया था मैडम के Good afternoon,
Okay,
teacher.
great. So I guess we don't have any specific format. So if all the participants you want to show yourself, I'll just give myself like a brief intro and then maybe you can give your intro and let me know like where from you are and how you are finding the course. So this is Dr. Sudip Mukherjee. I am from IIT BHU from School of Biomedical Engineering. So basically, my education was like from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, and my major was like chemistry at that time.
गूगल से स्ट्रक्चर
After my
उसके बाद
bachelor's, I did masters in organic chemistry from Ramakrishna Mission Residential College, Kolkata.
नाम डाल के वो बन जाता
After
है।
that, I completed my PhD
गूगल से उठा के कॉपी पेस्ट कर
from CSR IICT
देना
Hyderabad.
कॉपी पेस्ट कर
Mostly like my work back then was like using various type of nanomedicine for cancer diagnostics application.
एक्टिविटी के बारे में जो है
Following which I went
हमारा
to
मेन जो पेपर ही है वो एक्टिविटी के ऊपर
Rice University,
डिफरेंट
United
एक्टिविटी के बारे
States
में
in the Department of Bioengineering. And there I started working with various sort of like biomaterials and tissue regenerative application.
एक्टिविटी बढ़ानी है सारे
Somebody's voice is coming. Can you please mute yourself?
NP-50 एक्टिविटी है आपने एक पेपर का लिख
Dr. Prabhat, excuse me, Dr. Prabhat. Thank you very much. So Once I completed my postdoc, I joined IIT BHU in the School of Biomedical Engineering in 2022. Since then, I am working here, and mostly like I teach, as you know, like I teach human physiology, and also I teach like biomaterials. So this is my brief introduction, and we are really happy to have all of you. And this is the first time we designed this course, like a full-scale human physiology course. Previously, there was physiology course present in the NPTEL SWAM, but it didn't cover like the all aspects of the human body. So we are very happy to design this course for all of you, and hopefully, like next few weeks, we'll find it enjoyable and you'll learn a lot of things. And we'll be able to kind of also conduct a lot of other sessions. And if you have any doubts in between your courses, please kind of give your feedback through the portal, and also you can leave your questions. You can also find my contact details email like online, like anytime you can approach me, like, and along with me, we have our TA also, Malay and Devyani. So they are also always available for any type of like doubt clearing thing. So with my brief introduction, I believe like as this is just an introductory session, like I'm opening the floor for all of you, like anyone you want to like discuss or kind of give your introduction, just like a overall idea, like how you are finding the course and what gave you like the motivation to take this course, and which stream right now are you in, which basically like other topic you are studying. So these things you can like discuss one by one, maybe I guess, because there is no specific guideline like what we should discuss. Yeah, anyone, if you want to discuss, I'm open, okay? Please unmute yourself, show yourself, and you can interact.
Sir, hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Myself, Dheeraj. I work in a finance industry, so human psychology has been my interest.
Sorry, please, if you can be little bit loud, your voice is little breaking, sorry.
Sorry, this is Dheeraj, and I work in finance industry. And
You are working in finance industry?
yeah, my major was also finance. However, human psychology has been my.
I'm actually very sorry because your voice is still not reaching to us. Like if you have any like ear plug or anything.
No. This is Dheeraj. Actually, I work in finance industry.
Yeah, Dheeraj ji, yeah. Hello.
And human psychology has been my interest since my college days. I'm 15 years old professional. And
I can't hear, unfortunately, sorry. Maybe you may just type your question or just maybe wait few seconds just to get your connection stabilized. Sorry.
okay, just one question, sir. Can
Yes.
you have any books in Hindi language for the subject?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but the book, like the transcripts, we are now right now correcting. So whatever the videos are given to you, I believe the NPTEL is trying to create the official transcript in 4 different languages. So one of them would be Hindi. So those transcripts, I think, would be very soon kind of given to you week by week basis. So because we have not created the course in different languages, of course, you understand like in India, we have so many languages to kind of cover.
Actually, I
But
was for some for I mean understanding purposes. If we want to increase the level of knowledge in the subject, I'm new to the subject, totally new to the subject. That's why I'm requesting.
no, I understand. I understand like your point, and I acknowledge that hopefully like maybe from next session onwards, we can also kind of create videos in other languages. Unfortunately, this is the first time. So please bear with us. We'll share the transcript in Hindi, I believe. NPTEL member, anyone is here? If you just guide Dheeraj ji in terms of this language question, I think it would be. much more.
Sir, मैं बता देता हूँ, to be honest with you. While studying in English, it's fine. My thorough study is in English, so it's not about understanding the course content or subject matter. Point is, we have to deal with a number of people who may, for practical purposes, require assistance in Hindi or different languages. And this is where, my understanding is Hindi language or books on Hindi should be there to give me a better coordination with my during the discussion with any paper. This is what.
Yeah, I acknowledge your comment. Maybe we'll try to find out some books if there is any in Hindi and maybe share the detail with you. Maybe just leave your email ID in the comment section so that my TA can kind of note that. And if we come up with like any good Hindi books or like any other study material which can be there in Hindi, we'll immediately share with you. Okay.
Okay.
Please share your email ID in the chat box. Thank you very much, Dheeraj.
Thank you.
Yeah, anyone else you want to interact, you want to discuss about your motivation and what you are expecting to learn from these topics, please unmute yourself. Yeah, I can see some questions like, will CC Chatterjee's Human Physiology book is okay? Yes, it is okay. And you can also share your email. Actually, all the participants who are here, you can share your email. We can kind of email you few more books, okay? So please share your email ID here so that we can take those notes and share you some more textbook like medical physiology guidance. So we have like the full books. So we can share you like the full book to you. Yeah, please share your email ID. And Malay and Devyani, please note down all the email IDs, right? They are one by one, they are sharing. And Dheeraj's email ID also, so that we can immediately send them. I would actually really appreciate if you can kind of talk instead of posting the message, unless like you are walking somewhere or working, because it becomes very difficult to immediately follow your question in between a lot of chats, right? So if you want to ask something, maybe just unmute yourself and kind of, you can just speak, right? This is just like a very casual session. So yeah, so I guess I'll just give little brief about the physiology, just like an introduction thing. And then in between, if you just find something to kind of discuss, let me know. So as you know, like in NPTEL Swarm, there are like lot of courses, right? Like across different type of field, like biotechnology, pharmaceutics, biomedical engineering. So, but right now, like in last 3-4 months, the government is putting a lot of effort to initiate like this pharmaceutics related courses. So we were approached, like almost 6-7 faculty were approached to develop and design courses which are more relevant to human body. And because of like my previous few years of experiments teaching human physiology, I developed this basic course. And as like few videos you have already went through, I believe you came to know that human physiology is nothing but like learning our body, right? In a gross scale, learning our body. So from each of the system, how it performs, how it functions, and also a little bit going in the micro level, knowing all the molecular processes, how those things work. And exciting part is like there are so much of diversities in terms of like organ functions and all, right? So one by one, we'll try to cover from like respiratory systems, like blood related system, then endocrine system, reproduction system, then nervous system. So slowly, like you will see like week wise, we'll try to progress in different type of organ systems. And then we'll try to also see like if certain disease occurs related to those organ, how are those disease like, why, like, yeah, are you asking something, Krutika? Yeah, please, please loudly say, right? Can't hear.
R.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, please, if possible, show yourself and loudly ask your question. It is getting very difficult to follow because there is no proper system by NPTEL to kind of conduct this session. So, and I'm pretty bad in terms of
Sir,
managing.
good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, I'm Kavita. Actually, I am from general biochemistry. Actually, I have joined this course to make my subject of a better understanding. If I am thorough with the physiology, I have studied in my college, but still, for a better understanding of my subject, I think physiology is very essential, and it is a
Sure.
basic subject also to understand the other sciences. For that purpose, I have joined, sir. Will it be? I hope it will be helpful for that. Uh, that's
Yeah, I
my
hope too. So you are from BTech, you said?
sir.
You said you are from BTech Biotechnology?
No, sir. I have completed a PhD in biochemistry.
Okay, okay. And right now, what you are doing?
I'm working in paramedical college, Coimbatore.
Very nice. Very nice to hear that you are already working and still you are taking the course to kind of further sharper your knowledge in the physiology. I hope like it will be helpful to you.
Okay, sir.
And we'll be happy to interact in between. Like if you have any question, please like send us via email or via like the portal. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, if anyone has any question, please like feel free to. This is an introductory kind of, I guess, basically to know yourself and kind of give my introduction. So anyone you have anything, any question, not only about physiology, anything about your education, any mentorship, anything you can ask me. And I would appreciate if you ask instead of posting in the chat, because there are a lot of like these emails are coming up. So it is getting very difficult for me to follow the question. So please unmute yourself and ask the question. I would be very grateful for that.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Srinjati.
Sir,
Yeah.
presently I'm in third year of my BSc Biotechnology course. So, sir, I have just taken the course on human physiology from NPTEL because, sir, with the help of this, can I prepare for there is a unit called human physiology in CSI and NET?
I believe at least in a preliminary level it would be. I have tried to cover a lot of in-depth way, but
Okay,
I would
sir.
also suggest, like, of course, to go through the textbooks and try to kind of do the practice sessions with the previous year questions, right? And
Okay, sir.
basically, as a CSR question nowadays comes, it is very difficult to predict kind of what type of question will come. So previously, like if you prepare for last 10 years, it would be easier for you. But nowadays, like there are a lot of varieties in the question, and a lot of questions are coming like in terms of like little bit research oriented way. So I would suggest, yeah, of course, this would help you. But please kind of study with like a very good textbook so that like every fundamental aspect can be covered.
Okay, sir. So I'm following the textbook of Essentials of Medical Physiology by K. Sembulingam and Prema Sembulingam.
Sure, and you can share your email ID. We'll also share you like a medical physiology book from guidance.
Yes, sir. I have shared my mail
Yeah,
ID.
yeah. So we'll also share
Thank you
like
so
some
much,
other
sir.
textbook. Some of the topics which is covered is thoroughly covered, so you may not need to go through textbook, but sometime you still need to read few things, right? Because sometimes with video, what happens is like few things can get missed, right? You can understand like it is not easy to kind of cover the whole topics in a 30-minute video. So we tried our best, but hopefully like it will be helpful for you, CSR.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please kind of unmute yourself, and I would also kind of suggest that you can also post your question in the feedback portal if you have like subject related question, because we can easily get back to you, right? So let's not ask very simple thing. I know like it is important to kind of cover every part, but let's try to kind of get a like a overview of the topic, right? Because if we Google something, we'll find in a second nowadays, right? So let's not kind of ask simple thing, what is like sale, what is not. Like, let's talk about maybe our career. Let's discuss about like something about more than the subject. Okay. And please unmute yourself. It's getting very difficult to kind of follow your question.
Good afternoon, sir.
I can see one question. Sorry, just give me a second. So I saw just quick one question that what is the best way to study physiology, right? So I think like for any subject, the best way to study is like to gain your interest in the subject first, right? Because unless you have that interest in the subject, it becomes very difficult to follow the learning of the subject. So if you really love biology, if you really love like how our organ system work, try slowly. Eventually, you will be able to follow it. Because from my childhood itself, I was very passionate about our body because I feel like our body is the most neglected topics like in all the domain, right? So I was very curious always. I always wanted to know like how things work, and that kind of helped me kind of to slowly read the subject, understand it. So I believe like if you are really interested, just try to slowly read. It will be easier for you to follow. Yeah, Bharti or someone, yeah, Bharat Tripathi, yeah.
Good
Someone,
afternoon, sir.
yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, actually, I read about you in about the instructor part in the NPTEL when we can read about you. So, sir, I
Yes,
got very inspired, and I want to like go into the field of bioinformatics and computational biology. So,
very nice.
actually, I am lacking guidance. I'm in first year BSc.
Okay,
So could you just guide me, like how should I go about it? I thought that I should know properly about our body. So I got into this course, but I'm unable to think that how should I go further in this journey.
got it. So if I just ask you like where from you are doing your first year
So
PS?
I'm right now I'm in Gwalior. So there is a KRG college, Kamla
Okay.
Raja Postgraduate College.
Okay.
I'm there.
And you are doing biotech, you said?
No, sir. BSc Life Sciences.
Life science. Okay. So yeah, I think the field you are interested on, which is like the bioinformatics, is really a very important field right now, like especially in terms of like the research and the industry also. So great to see like you are aware of that, and not only like just simple bioinformatics. If you can get training on like machine learning and deep learning, so these are like few of these artificial intelligence domain which are kind of coming along, right? And artificial intelligence is not changing the world just in the IT sector or in the manufacturing sector. It is also kind of putting a lot of contribution in the human physiology or overall biological sector. So there are a lot of jobs, specifically like statistics. If I say like a biostatistician, right? So a biostatistics, if you can study along with like this machine learning thing, it can be a very important kind of part for your future journey. There are a lot of research scope. Along with that, there are like lot of job scope also.
Okay, sir. And
And
sir, will the certifications and internships also help in this journey?
it may, because if you want to kind of go for a foreign PhD, right, then this type of credit, of course, matter because they will see your overall CV, they'll see your work expertise. So I would suggest you like from your second year or third year, try to go for some internship, physical internship. So if your college allows, like try to go somewhere like any IITs or any other places and do maybe 2 months or 4 months summer internship. That would kind of help you to gather experimental knowledge, right? And then if possible, you can do masters from outside also, or you do masters from here in India and then try for a foreign PhD or even an Indian PhD. Like, I think like learning new things, learning like getting new certificates or courses and hands-on experience will always help you. Like there is nothing will go in vain.
Okay, sir. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, please, like anyone you want to kind of ask anything related to your career, anything related to like in general in terms of human physiology, please unmute and let me know. And thank you everyone. Like first of all, really like in terms of your attendance, I'm really happy to see. And also like many of here are not joined. The course is almost like subscribed or enrolled more than 6,000 people. So that's really encouraging to see for us, especially like our TAs are also here today here. They did also incredible hard work to kind of prepare all the slides. So a lot of contents had been created in a very short time. So you probably will probably not know, right, how much of effort went behind like the course. So I'll just give a little brief because this course was initially kind of the proposal was given to NPTEL in the month of January this year, 2025. And then by February end, we got the approval to kind of create the course. And February end or like early March. And from there, we had like basically 1.5 months. So within like almost 45 to 50 days, we kind of created the whole course, all the videos, all the slides. And whatever the content will find there, including each picture. So each images, majority of the images are hand drawn by the TAs. And a lot of images are created by like softwares like biorenders and other software. So nothing we have copy pasted from any like web content because it was prohibited. So significant effort went in a very short time. So if you find any mistake in my teaching during the course, I am like very sorry for that because we tried as much we could have like a perfect kind of narration for all the topics. But as you can understand, there can be somewhere like small things can go wrong, right? So please bear with us next few months in this journey. And if you have any questions, always like we are welcome to kind of post your question in the feedback section or in the portal. Immediately our TAs will get back to you within like 24 hours. That I can assure you. So somebody, Akash is asking like, I have tried to study physiology before, but get distracted every time. So how I can avoid this? I guess it is not about just physiology or like mathematics or like something, right? As I said just before also, I think first you have to kind of gain an interest in a topic. It can be physiology, it can be whatever it is, mathematical modeling, or it can be like quantum physics. If you are really interested into something, I think it is really hard to get distracted because we should not study just because we have to study, right? Because if we just study some topic just because we have to get a good marks in the exam, I think it will not help us in the long run. So being a professor, I can only suggest you that be into the subject, like love your subject, try to learn something new every day. And that would kind of gain your interest. And once you are interested, it becomes like much easier to follow something, or you will not get mentally exhausted when you are reading. And I know like it is very difficult to follow a video to learn, right? It's not easy, of course, but I hope like slowly you can kind of pick up the subject. So Pooja, something again, the question went. Yeah, please, if you can ask me directly to do easier because the chats are full of like a lot of message and very difficult to follow. So Pujita is asking, I am pursuing my master's in biotechnology from Hyderabad and I want to pursue PhD, but also I feel that might narrow my career and getting into industry. Good question, Pujita. So as you are from biotechnology, of course, there are a lot of scope in the industry also, but you have to understand that PhD is something special in context of India that you have to do early because if you are like if you go into job for few years and then all of a sudden you have a kind of interest that let's come back to PhD, right? That type of route becomes very difficult, and especially for women also, right? So I would suggest like getting a higher degree early is always the key because we have to also mind our growth, overall growth, right? So once we go to industry, there you have to kind of get stuck into a bench work which maybe after few years, like after 5 or 10 years, it would be very difficult for you. Once you are at your 40, age 40 or more than that, doing continuous bench work in an industrial setting would not be easy for you. So I would suggest if you can do your PhD, you can still go to any industry after doing your PhD. And what would be the help into that? You can get a better salary after your PhD and you will have much more management skill, right? And that is important because you'd ideally want to use your brain, not your hand. right? So those people who actually gets kind of the maximum package of salary, they use their brain, not their hand. So, and doing PhD early would be kind of an instrument for you to use your brain more and more. So I would suggest, because like I took the PhD route and like I never wanted to go to any industry, because I believe like I am more belong to the academic field and I love to teach kind of. So that's why I came to academia. But of course, like if you are also well into industry, if possible, do your PhD in 3-4 years and then go for that. That would be like helpful for your overall growth. And somebody is asking what will be the exam pattern for this course. So it will be basically MCQ type. So I believe like we designed around 50 MCQ. And then I think each question should be around 2 marks, if I'm not wrong. So it would be probably 100 marks, and you will have like 4 questions. There is only one right questions for each. And I can also tell you that the questions will be easier. Like generally, like in my class also, where I teach here in the IIT BHU, we try to cover all the topics generally as much we can during our class and interaction. But we try to keep the questions as easy we can. So the questions we try to.
सबका सेम नहीं चाहिए ना, एनडीडीएस में भी अलग अलग हमारे
Sorry,
टॉपिक्स है ना, तो मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, सबका सेम कोर्स में नहीं होना चाहिए.
if somebody is saying something. Yeah, please, if you have any other question, I don't see any specific general question. Exam pattern I have told. So somebody is asking, in living cell, which process, active or passive transport occurs more? So it is not more or less, right? Basically, it depends on the situation, right? Where it is important. So basically, a passive transport can occur for any diffusion process, or like any, for example, even sometimes like a receptor mediated glucose transport also. But active transport are always against the concentration gradient, that we have to understand. So whichever is happening against the concentration gradient, that requires energy, because something to do a process against low to high concentration, it cannot happen with natural phenomena. So that needs the energy, and with energy, it can work in the same level as the passive transport also. So it's very difficult to kind of quantifically say that which one is more or less, because each of the process, as you read, we have covered like at least 7-8 transporter pump, and then other different diffusion based processes also, this leaky pore, then mechanically gated channel and all other. So those happens all the time simultaneously. So, but yeah, it's like very interesting question. Good afternoon. If you have any other question. So somebody is asking Dr. Sanket that as an assistant professor teaching human anatomy and physiology, I find your content immensely helpful in clarifying complex topics. Thank you very much, Sanket ji. I really appreciate your positive feedback. Your insights have greatly enhanced both your understanding. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sanket ji. Please stay with us with the whole course. I think right now only 2 weeks are being given to you. So hopefully, like as we go till the week 12, you'll find a lot of interesting topics, because I can assure you like few topics we have covered in really detail, like especially the nervous system. Like we have covered the nervous system in like very significant detail. Then kidney and excretion system we have covered in significant detail. The reproduction system we have covered in like very much detail. And also because of my research background, I try to introduce few research topics also during my teaching. So that would be little bit different from the basic physiology courses, because as I have working like in this kind of domain last 15 years, I try to introduce small thing which is connected to the modern research. So hopefully as you go through this course, some sort of like research mindset also you'll be able to develop. Hi sir, can we get internship as a BPharm student? So I believe like please approach me by email with your CV and all. So if we have opening, I'll get back to you. Okay, like anyone, if you want internship you can approach me. Depending on our lab availability and the timing, we can like accommodate you. Of course, like only few people we can accommodate, but we'll try our best. Okay. As Akash is asking, as you said, sir, what we should done our PhD soon after masters. But sir, I just want to have more practical knowledge or experience. So Akash, like it is a good thing. Like when I did my masters, I also had the same expression like you, same understanding and thought process. I also thought like I don't have that much of practical knowledge because like still like nowadays at least the colleges have some good practical setup, but back then during our time like 15 years before, 20 years before, we had very minimal facility and this type of internship opportunities were not there, hardly there. So we also that time didn't have too much of practical experience, but I would say like when you join a PhD it takes like at least a year to learn those techniques, right? So if you want to do PhD, there is better than to start immediately than taking some more time like 1 year or 2 year, because eventually even after joining the PhD you need that 1 or 2 year of buffer time. It is very difficult to finish a PhD within 3 years, right? Like there are few people they can do, but generally it takes 4 or 5 years. And in that 5 year, at least 1 year will go to do some coursework, to learn some practical aspect. And of course, your supervisor, your seniors will help you to learn those. So don't think that you are at this point not well equipped with the lot of experiment, and that's why you cannot do PhD. Everyone can do it if you are interested. Chesta is asking, I am currently in MSc Biotech final year. Can you suggest me with the fields related to human physiology in which I can do my dissertation in? See, human physiology is a basic subject, right? So if you want to do like an internship or dissertation, you have to pick some domain, like expertise domain. So I can suggest you maybe like a lot of immunoengineering, immunology work is very popular and going on. Cell engineering, genetic engineering. So try to go this type of domain. Molecular biology is always like a very popular domain where people study, like finding out like protein pattern, genetic pattern, different type of overexpression and this type of thing. Go for the certain disease which are not explored enough, right? Just being a biology student, don't try to kind of go to research in cancer, because from childhood itself, like we have heard about cancer and diabetes. Like you will be mostly familiar about these two diseases only, right? But and many of cases, what happens when we like discuss with some student, they tell us that we want to research in cancer or diabetes. It is not bad. It is good to do research in cancer and diabetes. But thing is that out of 100 research which is going on, at least 90 is happening in cancer or diabetes. So being a student, you should be able to take a risk. You should go to certain path where not enough people are working. And I can suggest that some of these diseases which are called rare genetic disorder. So some of the disease we'll introduce during our classes also, but I can tell, for example, this Stephen Hawking's who got, right, this amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or you have heard of like type 1 diabetes, you have heard of like Duchenne muscular dystrophy, you heard about like maybe sickle cell anemia, or you heard about like hemophilia. There are a lot of these type of genetic disorder. And these genetic disorders are not explored enough. Maybe the disease has been explored, but therapies are not explored. And many of these diseases are not having any therapy till date. So why not like some of us like get interested in this type of domain and find some faculty, maybe find some foreign university where these works are going on. Because if you take a risk and learn something new and research in a new field, I think getting job would be much more easier. And you can also leave a lot of societal impact in future. So,
Sir,
yeah,
good,
please.
good afternoon, sir. Sir,
Good
myself, Vasant, sir, currently
afternoon.
studying MSc Biotech, sir, final year. So I need to start a project, sir. So what your suggestion to do a valid thesis in my career, sir, which will enhance my career, sir.
So this is
So
you are asking for your MSc project?
yes, sir, yes, sir. So
Okay.
this is the initiation. I need to select a proper topic. So right now I don't have a proper idea to select a topic. So what's your suggestion, sir?
Yes, so it will depend on where you are doing. So if you have to do in your college itself, you need to see what type of facilities are available there, right? So if you can, I don't know how equipped your college is with like sensor, right? So a lot of work is happening in glucose sensor.
Okay, sir.
Glucose sensor, a lot of metabolite sensor, and these sensors people are trying to develop as a non-invasive way. So because if you need to kind of always put like take your blood and all, it becomes painful, right? So measuring the glucose, measuring the metabolite using non-invasive way means without using the blood is a very hot area nowadays, and people are also using human sweat. So sweat-based sensors also people are working, and a lot of big journals and big articles are coming. So if possibility is there to select this type of project to kind of work on non-invasive biosensor, that is a very hot area. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah, that's more interesting, sir. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And
Thank you.
it also involves engineering aspects. So I think it would be kind of helpful for you if you can.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So hello, sir. How can we get used to this medical word? Any suggestion? Which medical word you are asking, Chandra? I could not understand your question. Hello, sir. How can we get used to this medical word? Any suggestion? It looks difficult to remember. I am sorry, I could not understand, Chandra.
Uh, am I audible, sir?
Yes, Chandra, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. You are taking a wonderful session. That is the first thing. So, having said that, I'm having an engineering background along 20 plus years of experience, and I come across with your course where I started looking into it. Basically, I'm aspiring for to do startup for the medical devices, and definitely understanding this I mean to say human physiology and related to I mean to say the medicines related to the human terminology, those words, it's quite because we are not used to, right? And therefore it is very difficult to remember. We try to remember, but any trick where you can correlate something interesting fact from your experiences, how can we do that? So
Yeah.
that built our courage. So that's what this question is coming from, sir.
No, I can really relate to you. Like basically, I can only say with my life experience. So I never belong from biology, right? So my education after 12 was completely in chemistry. So I am basically an organic chemist.
Okay.
And from there, I kind of have this journey this long where through my day to day, slowly reading one by one chapter, one by one line, I started developing my interest in the biology. And then after doing a lot of years of research, slowly I learned. So as I can say, like it would take some time for you, but never lose hope. I believe like if you're really interested and you are saying like you want to start some startup, maybe in medical device, and that is one of the really like exciting domain. And we would be also really happy to kind of get associated with you because we are also developing a lot of medical device implants and all. And we really need this type of personnel to kind of come like in the forefront, right, in the research because we are doing research in the lab scale, and now we
Yeah.
need people like you to kind of bring all these ideas and technology for developing like Make in India products. And medical field is highly neglected. Thank you for taking the course.
That
And
that is one thing, sir, because I come across some of the methodology called, I don't know whether you heard, and probably you may have, in Stanford University there is a biodesign, right? And that is what something we are identifying the unmet need and looked into it. And on top of that, I'm doing my PhD, especially the innovation front. How can we identify some of the innovation techniques to bring up the unique know-how from the blend with the biology problem or the human problem or the diseases where we come up with some unique solutions. So that is what we are identifying. But definitely it's a journey for me, honestly speaking, because I know my engineering is good. Engineering I can understand in various ways, and on top of that, left the colleges 22 years back, right? And
yes,
understanding this medical and quite interesting. Let me tell you, I can correlate, but it's difficult to remember. So therefore, I was asking all those stuff. And definitely, sir, I will get connect back with you if you can identify
Yes.
some of the stuff. So definitely we can work
Please
together.
get connected, and the area you are working with the women health and all, that is the one of the most neglected area, right? So government of India and across the world, people are putting lot of funding and lot of the kind of support to develop like this type of therapies for women related to women health. And I covered the reproduction biology and both male and female in a very deep way, in deep way, as much we can. So I hope like you will learn few things from there and it would be supportive to your startup. And please get connected. It's really good to talk
Thank
with
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Saloni is asking, hello sir, I am a physiotherapist and mental health counselor working in the psychiatry department, counseling of alcohol patient and special children patients. Thank you, Saloni. You are doing great work. Really good to know that you are putting this much of effort. And so I am interested in this course to teach them what happens in our body during different conditions. Thank you, Saloni. It's really good to see like you are putting so much of effort. Thank you. I hope like you'd be able to learn few things from our course also, and it would be helpful for your journey. Sir, how can hyperglycemia reduce blood flow to the specific area where damage can occur? So basically, hyperglycemia means like with a high glucose concentration, right? So with the high glucose concentration, what happens is like our blood get like thickened, right? So the density of the blood gets thickened. And if anything like blood glucose related thing, if it is deposited in certain high concentration near to any organ or near to any like blood capillary, there is a high risk of bacteria infection also. So due to like high density risk of bacteria infection, overall like the blood flow can get hampered. And Pujita is asking, sir, even I am sailing in the same boat as Vasant, as I am in Hyderabad and CSR IICT. So I can tell you, Pujita, I did my PhD from CSR IICT and CCMB also ICMR are in Hyderabad. So yeah, Pujita, I think so CCMB might be a good place for you if you want to do in biotech or molecular biology. So there are across lot of topics now, but I think like immunoengineering is a very good topic. Genetic engineering, like CRISPR-based engineering, these are very like recent topic. Cell-based therapy, cellular therapy, this type of topics are very interesting topics. So I would ask you to kind of choose a topic where there is a scope of real life kind of product, right? Because a lot of time we try to go to a basic domain, which is also needed. Of course, needed. I am agreeing it is needed, but to get a job or to get a good postdoc or get a future position, we need to show that our research has some societal and product related value. So if you can find something related to this where you can get into a lab, they are working to develop some biological product, I think I would suggest that. So, sir, how we can keep in touch with you for the career guidance? Gargi, you can always email me. My email you can find like I think in the course material also it is given. If it is not given, you can search Sudip Mukherjee, IIT BHU. So you can get my profile there. My email, phone number, everything is open. Okay, so you can always like email me anytime if you need any further counseling or guidance, like just not only about physiology. Okay, we'll be happy to kind of assist you whatever way we can.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Sir, could you please teach in Hindi because I am not comfortable properly in English. Hi, HiPods. I am really sorry that we had to prepare this course in English, and I can fully understand that your limitation. मुझे भी बहुत खेद है that आपका English language का understanding कम है. इसके लिए मैं क्षमा मांगता हूँ. But unfortunately, like my Hindi is also not good. You have to understand that being from Bengali. मैं हिंदी बोल सकता हूँ बट उतना भी अच्छे से नहीं है सो लाइक क्रिएटिंग अ कंटेंट इन हिंदी मे नॉट बी इजी फॉर मी एंड आई डोंट वांट एनी इनजस्टिस टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट राइट सो ट्राई योर बेस्ट आई थिंक एनपीटीएल ट्राई कर रहा है आप लोगों को ट्रांसक्रिप्ट डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज में देने के लिए तो होपफुली आप लोगों को हिंदी में ट्रांसक्रिप्ट मिल जाएगा बट आप थोड़ा एनपीटीएल को भी कांटेक्ट कीजिए हम लोग भी ट्राई कर रहे हैं क्योंकि ये इतना जल्दी कोर्स कंटेंट क्रिएट हुआ था हम लोग को उतना टाइम नहीं मिला था डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज में सब वीडियो क्रिएट करने के लिए बट आपको और भी like difficulty आएगा तो आप हम लोग को personally contact कीजिए. What we'll try to do is like maybe few topics हम लोग आपको हिंदी में थोड़ा बहुत express करेंगे, but maybe not too much of those classes we can take, but we'll try our best. Okay. And sorry for that. I'm very kind of sorry that we could not create the course in Hindi. Good afternoon, sir. I'm currently in last year of my BTech Bioengineering. I'm preparing for GATE exam for biomedical engineering, and I have human physiology as a subject. Now the course has been very helpful. I'm very confused about what to study in this subject. Is very guide. See, for GATE and CSI and NET, it is is there any human physiology in GATE, Malay? Yes. No, not basic. Is there is in a subject of human physiology exam? What is the subject in physiology? Like in zoology and biotech. Biochemistry is also there. Yeah. So I believe like human physiology you will get more question in the zoology part, maybe zoology and biochemistry. So it's very difficult to say like which part they will give, because all these questions are generally designed by the IIT professor. And the way they design the questions are basically what I have. This course is enough. This is enough. I hope like it is enough, because I was always a pretty bad student during my time. So I just studied my textbook. So this is my first experience to create a course also for student, like in the live, like in the online platform. I hope it would be helpful for all of you. But being a old school guy, I would tell you that not to leave your textbook, okay? Because during our time, there was no videos or YouTube or anything. Like all we had is our textbook. So please read some good quality textbook, because textbooks are always comprehensive, and it gives you like, it strengthens your basic. And maybe this type of courses will also supplement. But I'll not be able to suggest you like any specific topic out of it. I believe like majority of the topic would be needed to kind of for a good rank. Okay, I wish you all the best for your GATE. And SAD is neurological disorder research is what? Yes. Chestnut neurological disorder is a very important domain, and not only Alzheimer and Parkinson. As I was saying, like there are different type of genetic disorder also. So this amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Gaucher disease, and many of the genetic disorders are also associated with neurological disorder. And not enough drugs are in the market, because as I believe in the United States also, only 1 or 2 drugs are there right now, which are FDA approved for Alzheimer. So, and you will not believe, like in Western countries, almost after age 60, at least 70% of their people are suffering from Alzheimer and Parkinson. So that is a significantly red alert, right? Like it's a huge number. But unfortunately, like pharma companies or the research are still unable to kind of develop like proper therapies or proper intervention program. So this is a very important domain, and I think like next 20 years, neurological disorder will stay in kind of a hot area. So if you are interested, please kind of explore those domains. Safia is asking, good afternoon, sir. Could you please share a sample question paper or pattern? So will not be, I think NPTEL doesn't allow us to share any sample question paper, but I can tell you that all the questions should be very basic, very easy, and majority of the questions should be given from the assignment itself. So don't worry, questions are very basic level and it is multiple choice. Okay, so 4 answer would be given, only 1 answer would be right. So I believe like we will be able to do a very good score, because we try to design the questions as basic as we can. Okay, because we kind of kept in mind that many of you will come from like different other domain. So we tried like everything very in a basic level. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. I'm pursuing masters in food nutrition, and human physiology is actually an essential subject. I was wondering if the textbooks you recommend will be available online as a PDF. Yes, the textbooks I'll recommend, I'll send. Mainly I'll send the guidance medical physiology books, which I basically follow all the time, because it is a very old kind of school, and you can say as a Bible of medical physiology. So like Lellinger is the Bible of biochemistry, right? So I'll share you the online PDF itself. So it would be a PDF copy, so you can study easily.
How you share that, sir, that PDF
Please
copy?
share your email ID here in the chat box. My TAs are noting those email IDs. You are doing right. You are noting the email ID. So do it immediately, because once the talk is done, probably the link will go. So whenever somebody is posting their email ID, please immediately copy paste, and we'll share the textbook within today only. Okay. Do they deduct marks for wrong answer? I believe they don't. Do you remember? I don't think that there is any negative marking in this exam. What I know, like, I don't think there is any negative marking. Priya is asking, sir, is Pathfinder book 6th edition is sufficient for GATE Excel? So I have not went through Pathfinder book, but this type of, like, see, as I said, I think from my discussion, you would find me little bit old school type. So I personally didn't prepare for NET or GATE in my life, and I don't want to self-boaster, but I had like a CSIR 14 rank, like in India. So I always studied like textbook. I believe like if you study textbook, then there is nothing better than that. But if you have short time in your hand, maybe you are having like 3 months or 6 months to prepare, take few online courses. There are a lot of like NPTEL program, and maybe the Pathfinder book will also give you like the exposure to kind of learn few things very quickly. And more than that, you practice a lot of paper, right? So go through the last 10-year GATE paper, last 10-year CSIR paper. So that way you can also get an idea that what type of question they ask. And I also failed twice, okay? Like my CSIR I got in my third attempt. So first 2 times I could not like clear CSIR. So don't worry, even the first time if you could not clear it, try another time, try another time. If you desperately want something, you will get, okay? So keep trying. Sir, this is only doubt. This is not actually a doubt clearance section. This is basically an introductory class, but if NPTEL encourages to conduct more session, we'll conduct. Okay, so but I would encourage that if you want to come to doubt clearance class, please kind of send us your question before. So they will, I thought that they shared like a Excel sheet with all of you. So if you, and even if they don't share, you can email us your question. Okay. So if you email us your question, it is always easy for us to prepare and properly kind of come to this session, right? Because if you all of a sudden ask, because you can understand the course is so vast, right? As much I can remember, I'll tell, but it is always better that if you can send your question well before than the doubt clearance session, we can kind of assemble all the questions, all the answer as much as possible, and we can prepare and give you like a very well overview. So I believe there will be more doubt clearing session, like, and even if they don't send us any other reminder, I'll try to conduct maybe like one more in mid-August and maybe like again early September. So try to learn slowly, and you can send your questions in the portal also. So there also we can kind of answer. Okay. How many marks is exam? I think total 50 questions should be there, and each questions are of 2 marks. So total, I believe like 100 marks should be there. And assignments are, I think, 10 marks. So there are like 10 marks from all assignments for each week. Yeah, class has been already start, Nia. So I hope you are following the classes, because I think 2 weeks, it started from 21st of July. So please kind of, if you have enrolled already, please start kind of watching the videos, and assignments will also be posted. So try to kind of get a good score of the assignments also. I think the final marks and the certificate would depend how well you do in the assignment as well as how you will do in your final exam. Class has been already started, and I believe like it is the second week currently ongoing, which is like the hematology class, hemostasis class, blood grouping class. Okay, so I'll maybe there are few more minutes, like 4 o'clock I'll end, because I have to run for a meeting with our director, sir. So please, like, if you have any question, I'll also post my email ID here. Okay, so in case you could not find, I'm posting my email ID. Why I can't type? No, I am doing. So I am posting my, I don't know, email ID. Let go or not. Yes, I think I posted my email ID. Sir, is there any last date of assignment for every week? Unfortunately, Priya, I don't know that. And if the assignments can be submitted through your portal, I believe you will be able to do it. I think NPTEL people will be better to tell about this. But maybe try, Devani, anything assignment. Yeah, try to do maybe like each week as much as possible. Yeah, I'm sorry. My email ID is not posted. Why?
No, sir. Do to everyone, I believe.
Oh, you can post, you can post. Yeah, sorry. Something is going on. I am very poor in terms of this type of software. Sumon is asking, good afternoon, sir. I am pursuing masters in geology from Odisha. Want to start a career in lecturership, but I am stuck between that is good to pursue PhD right after my masters, or it is more good to pursue PhD being engaged in lecturership. Again, my same thing, Suman, if you join lecturership immediately, the growth option of your career would be limited, right? The salary would be limited, the position you will get would not be that good. And many of the state university, they try to kind of give very low amount of salary and keep this lecturership. So I would want, like, if you are doing this much of study, try for PhD now, and then maybe after 3 4 years you go for the position, because that would help you to get a good amount of salary. And you can understand, right? Nowadays, like, inflation is going so high. So some years before, like, getting 50,000 per month would probably work. Nowadays, it doesn't work. If you have one or two kids, 50,000 to 60,000 is nothing in terms of monthly salary. So if you have time, if you don't have any financial obligation for your family immediately, I would suggest, because PhD nowadays also, if you get fellowship, they are giving good amount of salary. So they are giving 37 to 40,000, which I believe is not bad. So previously doing PhD was difficult because the salary component was very low, because I started my PhD with 12,000 per month, but that time cost was almost same, not like very different. So nowadays salary component is good. If you can get a fellowship, then only you go for PhD. If you are not getting any fellowship, if you are just getting a university fellowship like 8,000 per month or 10,000 per month, then I believe it is better to go for industry or for some job. Okay. If you are getting a full fellowship from the institute or from CSR or from GATE, then please, or nowadays ICMR is giving fellowship, DBT is giving fellowship. So many exams are happening, right? And then DST Inspire is also there. So many fellowships are there. If you are getting fully funded fellowship, then please go for PhD, because that would also support you as a financially next 4 5 years, and also you will be able to get a good research experience and you will get a highest degree of the world, right? So getting PhD in any time is best. Good afternoon, Shweta. I have just finished my first year BTech Biotech. It is better to look for more courses that interest me to focus fast on the basics. I think first year students should focus on basics, right? And maybe, like, as your basics are more clear, then you go for specific like tech oriented courses or like domain oriented courses. So first year you always focus on more basics. Slowly, as you go in your second year, try to pick up courses which are of more specialized. Okay, everyone, I think like we had a pretty interesting session. I'm again sorry for those with whom I could not interact with Hindi. Unfortunately, my Hindi is not good. I'm ashamed of that, being a citizen of India, but I am very poor in terms of my linguistic skill. Okay, unfortunately, everyone cannot be good in everything. So unfortunately, I cannot pick up linguistic things very quickly. Sorry again for that. Whoever is having trouble to understand me and understand my course, please reach out to us. Anyway, I can help, we can help, we'll help you. Okay. Thank you very much. Have
Thank
a
you very much, sir, for your
okay.
all the efforts.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate all your time. Okay. Bye. Bye. Have a good
Thank you,
time.
sir.